Just me lately, I don't need a lot. I've been to myself, just me lately, I don't need a lot. No. Just me and the fam, few friends ain't playing, I don't speak a lot. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. I'm that cash money getter, big show stopper. 4 kids having, no chain rocker. Make my business, work my business. Count them digits, earn them winnings. I see you in my review and you been trying. Said you out here doing numbers but you been lying. And you know my little baby been fine. In the crib bet she do it for the 9-9. I've been to myself, just me lately, I don't need a lot. No. Just me and the fam, few friends ain't playing, I don't speak a lot. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. I don't gotta say too much. My bros know the deal, they think I play too much. Never miss a miss, yeah, I've been scraping up. Life been moving faster, you should pray for us. Just got a text, so I hit. I don't need designer fits, but I like how designer fit. LV with the Prada mix, this is not a mannequin. You see what I'm standing in, don't care who I'm standing with. Cause I'ma be me all day. I'ma be me all day. And you can't get in my way. You can't get in my way. I'ma be me all day. I'ma be me all day. And you can't get in my way. Yeah. I've been to myself, just me lately. I don't need a lot. No. Just me and the fam, few friends ain't playing. I don't speak a lot. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop.
Hello everyone, welcome along. It is Wednesday evening, which means we are back in Banbridge Town, part of the British Steel Challenge. Of course, we are looking forward to being in the Championship, the Northern Irish Championship, no less. Obviously, we got promoted on the final day. Well, the final day, we managed to get into the playoffs. Then we got promoted by the playoffs. We're in the bigger leagues now. We've done a bit of transfer prep. We've got a little bit more to go. We're going to simulate through some friendlies, but we still have some players to sign. And let's just have a little look at what we signed last time, shall we? Now then, this is us right here. As you can see, we are preparing for life in the Championship. Ep14, welcome in. Pleasure to see you. Big Rogies and, of course, Nomadic Striker in as well. Swine Flu. Hi, Tony. Any idea if Chilled Moose still does her face packs? I wouldn't mind getting my hands on some, but Twitter is gone. She's left Twitter, unfortunately. She's left Twitter. I know she was contracted to work for Sports Interactive, so I don't know if she actually does still make the packs. Nomadic Striker that says that you can get them on FM Scout. There you go. That's the answer for you straight away. Sorry, I wasn't sure if she was making them this year or not, but she's decided that you can still get them. And in comes Jebaroo with a raid. Hello, Jebaroo. Welcome in, raiders. You've literally just joined us as we've just come online ourselves, to be honest. Evening to Jebaroo, evening Gavin Brash as well. Welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you, Jebaroo. How's the stream? How's Pescara treating you? Hope life's good, to be honest. Hope it's not a struggling save. Lee as well, Lee 1206, welcome in. Hope you're good. But yeah, this is where we are. So we are now preparing ourselves for life in the Championship. We brought players in last week. We brought a guy on loan called Avgustidis. We signed him without really any scouting. He's not going to be good enough, to be honest. He's going to be back up maybe. Gavin says, I wouldn't come back until I caught with the pod. Then another episode drops, so do I have to leave again? There was a new episode today. Well reminded, everyone, Gavin. The pod comes out every single Wednesday. The Football Manager Show with myself and RDF Tactics. Today we were joined by Lee Scott, who originally got famous for writing a book about Bielsa, and that was fantastic. And then he went and became an actual football scout. So we've got chief scout of Spanish Segunda Division side Vélez. He's on the podcast today talking about how scouting in real life maps across to scouting in FM. And you know what? It's not a million miles away, to be honest. There's some really, really good hints and tips in there as well, by the way, for all you guys to listen to and try and pick up on. And there's a few things, where I sort of looked at it, I was like, ooh, actually, that's handy. And you know what? Maybe we're not a million miles away from how we think about football ourselves. Evening to the big man on campus. Hello, Chuck. How are you, my man? Hope life is treating you well. Over stateside, Fraser Lloyd says, thought Crouch Fest was incredible until I realised whilst I was there that you'd won 2 trophies. Not happy. I mean, look, Fraser, it came as a surprise to us all, to be honest. We were not expecting to win 2 trophies. We won the McCombs Travel. I should be able to roll this off my tongue now, shouldn't I? The McCombs Coach Travel Intermediate Cup. That's what we've won. And we also, of course, as I say, got promoted as well. So we've ticked off 2 trophies on our trip to, essentially our quest, I should say, sorry, to try and win 33 trophies in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. This is how it looks though right now. Look. Genuinely, we have things ticked off. Wasn't expecting that. You're right, Gavin. They dream about that as a kid. That's the one that you all dream about getting to. Going, you know what? One day, if we could be the McCombs Coach Travel Intermediate Cup winners, then you know my life would be complete. 1, 2, but 3 red ones. No, there's a 3rd red one because of the way of how the title spans over two things. With the Bluefin Sports Premier Intermediate League, it's actually not the Bluefin, it's the Loft 41. So yeah, that's why it spans over 2. But it's still definitely only 2 trophies. I'm not going to jip anybody out of this one, so this is where I'm at. Muro Decana, welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope life is well. Nomadic Striker trophies I've genuinely never heard of. I don't think anyone has, to be honest. And Rogie has already suggested at one point that some of those trophies are made up. That think they're genuine. So these are what we've signed. Let's say Avgustidis is coming on loan. Charlie Wood is coming on loan from Spennymoor, who again is either going to be fine or not. We don't know. He's going to come in as a backup, maybe as a central midfielder on support. Good first touch, good teamwork, passing's okay, determination and decision making are fine. Noel Halfpenny, however, is pretty decent. Brought him in from Crewe United over in Northern Ireland. Very, very happy there. And more importantly, happy with Jack Shavin, who scored a monstrous 21 goals in the league last year, but 27 goals in all competitions last season in 36 matches. We've got him signed up as well. Well happy to get him in. And we've got Morgan Gore, who's doing bits in Everyone Saves If You Manage the British Steel Challenge in Wales. So we've signed him. He's age 23. Clearly a very, very good striker indeed. But more importantly, we signed a player called Donovan Purrington. And you know when like you ask your director of football or your assistant manager, I think it is, clearly is in our save, recommend me some players. This guy came up, Donovan Purrington. We knew we had no attributes at all because we played attribute masking on. And we looked at him and we just went, well, we have to sign him, clearly, because of his name. And whether he's any good or not is going to be irrelevant. So we've signed him. He's on £20 a game contract. So let's give him a go, see how he gets on. He's got 14 for acceleration. He's got teamwork of 18. He's got work rate of 12. He might actually be something. We don't know. George, welcome in. Hope you're well. Good day. How's it going? It's all very good. It's all very good indeed. Thank you. Very, very happy. And of course, the Quarantine Cyclist in as well. Congratulations on the first trophy. Thank you very much, Quarantine Cyclist. It was one of those ones where we weren't entirely sure how it was going to happen, but it has happened. If it was going to roll into season 3, I was going to be a bit worried, but season 2, we've managed to tick one off, so that's decent. This guy as well, Gladys Kakai, or Kaka, as I referred to him all through the last stream, might be a tasty little number 10 finishing of 14, determination of 12, off the ball of 9, flair 10, passing 10, vision 11. He might be a little bit handy, so we've brought him in as well. So there you go. That's where we are. That's sort of the signings that we've brought in. We do have to cull a few players because the squad's getting a little bit bloated at this point, particularly anyone who's probably only 1 star, 1.5 stars. Maybe we're going to have to start cutting some people out. And we'll sort of like try and get another couple of players in. We do still desperately need at least 1 centre-back, probably more. And also a little bit of extra cover in defensive midfield, I think. And if we could get a starting left back, that would be perfect. Purrington effect, if we can do. Generally, when I grew up, I wanted to travel on 3 transports, specifically the Orient Express, Concorde, and a McCune's coach. Well, you know what, Jebaru? One day that dream could come true. But sadly, not at the moment for you. You know, the Concorde's gone. That's the trouble. They got rid of Concorde. They didn't see how big it could have been. That's what she said, I suppose. Tyler Gorman, let's be honest, 18 years old, right? You're 1.5 star potential. You're 1.5 stars right now. You're not. You're a 4-star potential forward. Are you really? Are we going to actually? I don't think so. I don't really think we are going to use you. Rui Alves, I'm afraid your time's probably come up as well. You know, we're not exactly paying you. Gotta go. Rui's on his way out. Sorry, Rui. Bye. Niall Cassidy. I feel bad for Niall Cassidy as well. I don't think he's gonna be used. You know what I mean? Tony started the stream by sacking people. This is gonna be brutal. I know, and I keep looking at them going, I don't really think I should sack them, but there is then part of me going, but they're not going to be good enough, are they really? We should probably have done this at the back end of last stream rather than like let it roll over into the sort of the right. Line them all up, and we'll fire them in front of everybody. I know, I feel bad. Even now, I'm just like, I've let one go. Is that enough? Maybe it is, possibly. Tony Sackett, Peter, producer Steve is absent this week. Feels like a trend has been set. I mean, yeah. Producer Steve fell. If anyone asks, producer Steve wasn't around this week. He was working on the Totally Football show. So we had backup. We had producer Doogie, who you know what, we love producer Doogie. He's great as well. So he came in and he was absolutely fantastic. Loved having him and really, really great to meet him. So definitely check out the Football Manager show if you get a chance to do so. Liberal use of air quotes for saying he fell. Yeah, totally. This isn't recording, is it? Right? No, it's fine. We'll be all right. I think what we do as well today is we don't want to play friendlies. I think we'll just simulate through the friendlies. I think Harry Murphy we have already approached. We'd quite like to get him in if we can. I presume we just simulate through the friendlies because, let's face it, we've got a long save ahead of us and we haven't really got time to do those sorts of things. So let's just change that there, or delegate that out. Simon Nix could do that. Love that you got Doogie Donnelly in, like the grandson of the 90s when Steve Ryder wasn't about. The thing is, now, because obviously I've got family from Scotland. When I was told that he was called Doogie, all I could have in my head was Doogie. You're right, bud. You're right, Doogie. And I was like, I can't say that to him in my to his face. And and I did have to mention, I was like, I'm really sorry, Doogie, but I have to just at least get it out of my, oh God. And he was fine with it. He was totally fine. Emma Zale, appreciate the follow. Very, very kind indeed. And I've started doing the old CrossFit Jebaru. I should mention it, shouldn't I? I should. It's one of those things, isn't it? I guess if you do CrossFit, then you tend to know because you've already been told. People tend not to wait to ask if you do it. So I'm sporting the old CrossFit tonight. Emma Zeal, hello mate, love the pod and the channel. How have you been? Very, very cool. Very well, thank you, Emma Zeal. I'm glad you've enjoyed the podcast. Glad you're enjoying the channel. Pleasure to have you in. As I say, I'm very well indeed. I'm looking forward to getting properly started in the Northern Irish Championship. This is going to be fun. A lot of fun, to be honest. And as Jebaru says, we're closing in somehow on 3,000 Twitch followers. That is quite something, isn't it, really, to be honest? Rogue, when I get to 40,000, we're going to get a new gen named CrossFit, mark my words. Now, Rogie. Don't get any ideas that Dave Goodger's got. We've got a lot of money. We've got a lot of money now, Gavin. Well, the thing is, we've spent quite a bit. There's £219 available of our £813 budget. Oh, we've currently spent £584 though, so that's a lot. That's a lot. Going from zero to this is huge. Obviously, if we get sacked, if we get relegated, then the club is in financial ruin and you'll never see them again. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Emma Zale been sacked on FM with Trabs on Sport, so we'll start a new save at the weekend. Any recommendations? Ideally not English and in a lower league in a top nation. The better the backstory, the better. Well, the thing is though, because you've already done Turkey, it kind of means I can't suggest Bursaspor, because Bursaspor have been relegated to the 3rd division now. I played as them when FM21, I think it was, and they were in Division 2, and they were great fun in Division 2. But now they're in Division 3, then it's definitely like one of those teams that you know, like you want to try and like get moved up. So yeah, I would say Bursaspor, but as I say, because you've already done there, Scandinavia, I'll always say Scandinavia. I'll always say Scandinavia's fun. Slates, I've missed nearly a full season. You have Slates, and in that case, you won't have seen us win a cup. You won't have seen us get promoted. Jameson, there we go, says Llama. In he comes, chanting away, having a wonderful time. We're going to shout him out on Twitch. He doesn't like Twitch, but we're going to shout him out on Twitch for FM Llama. We love the man a great deal. England have just appointed Sarri as their new manager. So Maurizio Sarri is the new England manager. There you go, that makes sense. Joachim Löw has just left the Wales job on this game, so that's worth looking at as well, to be honest. Keeping your eyes peeled for. Living managing in Denmark in FM22 suggest a Danish save. Danish save is definitely a good shout as well, Gavin. Definitely a good shout. Because you're doing Michelin, aren't you? I think at the minute. Coinbird, hello Coinbird. Pleasure to see you in. Hope you're well. Not seen you around for a while. Hope life's treating you good, buddy. Loving the show. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. What's happening in your world? Hope everything is good. Everything's still fine stateside, I believe it is, isn't it? You're still king of the asymmetrics. You've had a baby. Congratulations. What flavour have you had? Is it a boy one, a girl one? Is it one? Is it multiple? Hope they're well. A girl. Congratulations. Bless you. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. That's going to be a lot of stress, but I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful time. Never heard someone ask what flavour a child is before. Have you not? I have heard that. I've asked that before. I'm sure that's definitely a thing. I haven't had time to stream, just went back to work last week. Mate, you will find so much more time to stream now that you've got a child, because you'll then be able to stream at weird times. You'll be able to get a lot more FM done while they're sleeping, you're sleeping, you're awake and all that sort of stuff, like trying to get things timed with feeds. It'll be perfect. Made a new tactic. They've been digging on my saves, so FM thing pumped for. Get in. Love it. regular or chase version is probably a fun collector one to use, but then again, how do you determine which gender would be regular? I mean, let's not even get into that. Let's not get into that. Let's celebrate the fact that Harry Murphy has agreed to join the club. Over the moon to get him in. He was previously at Glentoran and has now come in as a centre half. 6 foot, 20 years old. He can play right back as well, which is also pretty handy for us, but I think we're going to try and play him more at centre back. He's going to cost us 130 quid a week, so he's one of the top earners now. Up the Murph. In he comes. Look at that, a B. I hope he can provide a solid base and turn out to be a successful signing. I'm sure he can. We lost 2-1 to Cliftonville. That's not a bad defeat. That's not a bad result, you know. Obviously, we need to learn a bit about these Cliftonville players because we've got a link up with them as well, so we can actually loan those players in. I think they will loan them to us or recommend them to us. So we'll have to see how we get on. But yeah, that could be quite handy as well, getting Cliftonville players in, to be honest. Lily Buster, I got roasted for playing Xbox and rocking my 6-month-old my foot. I thought it was genius, dad, multitasking. Wife didn't see it that way. Now, what you need to do, Lulu Buster, is in order to get around the Xbox foot rocking, is put the child in one of those slings, keep them closer to you. So that's probably the issue, really. I'd imagine is that it's maybe they thought that with the foot it was a little bit sort of like we weren't in control. Whereas if it's in a sling, then it's fine, and you can play anything you want. Then you can play Call of Duty and shoot away while there's a child strapped to you. So could be a thing. Don't know. Here's would like to know a thing. You're gonna have to send me that as a whisper, Coinbird, or ping me as a DM on Discord if you want me to do that, because we don't have links. Or if you want to give it to Rogie could actually, if it's a picture of your child, don't give it to Rogie to post on the internet. That's not good. You don't want everyone to see a picture of your child. Unless you do, then that's entirely up to you. It's I know some people can be quite sort of protective. I am personally of that sort of stuff, but each to their own, obviously. David Clark, Tony took your advice in Discord, started with Kings Langley, trying the new save while not in work tonight. Any tactics advice? Route 1, 442 or 451, park the bus. Me, I think, personally, David, you know me, 442, hit it long ball. I don't think there's any other way to work in these divisions. Like, get someone in who's got a bit of pace, get someone in who's big, and just do it that way. TJFM Brexit Ballers, Gavin Brash says, absolutely. And yes, no, Rogie, I wasn't casting aspersions on your character. I realised once I started saying it that it did sound a little bit like that. But yeah, it's not. It's absolutely not. That's the tactic. It's a tactic, Rogie. So we can show that. We obviously can't show pictures of children, even if the baby is incredibly beautiful. We don't want to be putting that all over the internet. It's not fair. But to be fair, I like the look at that. Nice. I think that can work. Coinbird. It's similar to something I had an idea of a while ago. The only you've gone with 3 centre backs rather than I went with a libero at some point in that setup, but that makes more sense what you've just sent through. So excellent. I look forward to seeing how that one works, to be honest. Juan Matters left foot. Kings Langley is my local side. There we go. Look at that. You've already got a fan, David. Already got a fan. You're winning the Welsh League over TNS by 10 with a semi-pro team. Yeah, there you go. Right. You've got it locked down then, Coinbird. Sorted. Lulu Booster as well, also a King Langley fan. I'm gonna end up calling them King Lashley, aren't I? And that's not a good place to be in when you're getting mixed up with Bobby Lashley. And it's basically it's the bastard child of King's Lynn and Bobby Lashley. King's Landing, yeah. Anything, there's loads of potentials for this. Imagine Bobby Lashley as a footballer, yeah. No nonsense centre back, definitely. Or a holding midfielder. Hold you up against the cage. Bobby Lashley winning King of the Ring. He probably will do, to be honest. Probably makes sense. So we've got 2 friendlies left. We've got Institute and Crew United. We've drawn against Distillery. We are just clicking stuff through. I know we do still need a couple of positions filling, but sadly we've got 1 scout, and he's not the quickest at getting us targets. So we do have to have a little look at these players as well. Ben Siggers he looks far too short, doesn't he? He is at Kings Lynn though. Durrell Manhurts. Now we asked a question about Durrell Manhurts. We now know he's got good tackling and very good determination. He's only 5'7" though. Might potentially just take a punt on him anyway and try and loan him in, but we will see. Alex Spetch, positioning and tackling, determination, heading's not bad, jumping's not great. DeForg took them to Premier League and Champions League a few years ago. Ooh. I mean, the DeForg challenge is, it makes what we're doing seem really easy, because DeForg is difficult. Alan Wright was much taller than 5'7". Alan Wright was brilliant. He was brilliant. I'll give you that, Llama. I'm being heightist again, aren't I? I shouldn't be. I should look at these players and give them the respect that they deserve. But yes, we absolutely deserve to be going after these people. George Wilkinson, Jimmy Appiah, Folkestone, George Wilkinson, Dover. And Groom, Jonathan Russell. They're saying this kid's excellent, certainly compared to what we've got. Dribbling of 5, tackling of 5, marking of 6. I mean, to say he's brilliant, they're looking very much at the fact that he's quick, right? That's sort of where we are, right? And let's get him in and have a look, but I'm not massively sold. He does look very happy, to be honest. You're right, he does look terribly happy. The fact that his actual image is cropped off doesn't do his bad haircut any favours, to be honest. So that's a bit of a shame for him. Max Asplin Rowley. Positioning and determination's good. Marking's not very good though. Stoke to Merthyr. Adam Groom. And former Darlow man. Positioning and marking's fine. Heading's not great. Jumping reach is good, but you can't really head the ball when the ball comes through. Tackling might be okay. So that's going to be interesting to see whether there's anyone any decent there. Mamadou Job. Jumping. Big lad, 6'1". Cambridge. St Neots. Concord. Biggleswade. Sheffield Wednesday. What a weird career he's had. Hayden Carrick, Grenadin, defender. That is a bizarre career path, isn't it? Alex Green, marking and tackling's very good. Where's he been? Dover and Needham Market. Can't say. I'm familiar with his work. I mean, Manhurts has sort of got a bit of what we want. Really. Alex Green, they reckon, could be a star player. Is Miles Bonney on your way, the South Shields goalkeeper? He might be. There he is, yeah. He's now at Notts County. So yeah, he's outside of our scope, I think. But Alice Green apparently could be a good player. Give me 2 seconds. Jonathan Russell, important first team player. I mean, they're making a play for it, aren't they? He could be Premier League standard. Needs to do a better job on his marking and tackling. So the two things you need a fullback to do, he needs to be better at. And he needs to be more consistent. But apart from that, though, he's going to be great. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. All hail the cheerleader. Apologies for that, everyone. We had a coughing fit with a child. So yeah, so unfortunately he's not in good spirits. Can you leave? We can have the chair again, please. Yep, no worries. All right. I know where I'm not needed. Needed, wanted, either or. Yeah, unfortunately he'd woken himself up, coughing away, as you do. He's clearly choked on something, or he's choked on some saliva or something. Freaked himself out, woke himself up, and then it's obviously taken two of us to sort of chill him out and be like, "You okay now? You cool?" So yeah, he's downstairs watching Lightning McQueen. So we'll head down in a bit, and hopefully he'll go to sleep in the next half hour or something. We'll go down and we'll take him back up to bed. So there you go. Apologies for that. All chair jokes aside, hope the little one's okay. Yeah, he's good. He's all right. He's all right. Like I say, he's just. I just think he's swallowed something and he's woke himself up. I think either that, or I think he's had a dream and that scared him and woke him up. But who knows? Who knows with these guys? You know what I mean? Like, they're a law unto themselves, right? But yes, appreciate everyone who's been able to keep things afloat while we were gone. Love you all dearly. Blessing, my daughter's faster kept going on the night off tonight and tomorrow. Start a new job on the 11th of December. Oh mate, congratulations on the new job, by the way. That's very, very good news. Very good news indeed. Michael Waterson's not great. Callum Millen, we've looked at Callum Millen before, and he's not really that good, is he, to be honest? And Daniel Brown's not good either. I mean, if we look though at what we've got, if we look at how the team's going to sound, this is sort of our tactic still from last season. So we're going to play a very similar system, we think, from last year. It is a 4-4-1-1. We can drop it down to a 4-5-1 if needs be. We can sort of pack that midfield out, but we're going to play it like this. I think that's the right way to play it. I also think that Kaká can be replaced by Sharvin like that, and we can have DJ Pedro up top as a pressing forward on attack. We could even have Soup. You know what I mean? Soup needs to come in as well for Keane possibly. So there is options. We do have options to move things around. Charlie Wood, not quite that midfielder that we need, but he's going to play there for now. Once we've got McCavitt can play in there as well if needs be, but I don't think that even he's quite set up for that defensive role, so we'll put him there. Josh Hamilton would have been there, but he started being a bit of a bellend towards the back end of last season, so we're keeping our eyes on him at this moment in time, should we say. We'll be able to dream of starting FMC with the challenge of winning every trophy in the UK. Could you imagine Coronel Cyclist if he was that stupid to come up with an idea like that? Nobody would be that stupid, surely. Right? No, nobody. No, that's right. No one else would think that. Perfect. Good, not just me then. Excellent, right? So this is sort of where we're going to be looking towards then. We've got two more friendlies to go, and then the league starts. Then the league starts properly. So expectations, by the way, for life in the Championship. Guessing expectations are low, very low. Ranked 200 to 1. Joe Sika, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Hope life's treating you well. Joe Sika. 200 to 1. Rank outsiders to be promoted to the to win the Championship is 200 to 1. Carrick are 10 to 1 on. It's going to be a long, hard season, I reckon. Don't think we're going to be expected to do much, really, which is fine. I'm happy to be the team where nobody expects anything. Keep everyone guessing, you know. All we have to do is stabilise the club. Now, what that also means, though, is that if we're only stabilising, we then have to try and win a trophy. Or we have to do this and keep our eyes on the job market. Now, at the minute, it's good. There's nothing available. But we may have to start at some point considering our options. Obviously, we don't want to have to think about that too far down the line. We want to hopefully try and do some stuff with Banbridge. We want to get Banbridge into the Premier Division. Would be great. You know, I'd like to consider that getting the pushing things on as well as you can within the nations. Just doing one team would be fantastic, but who knows how we get on. Mrs. J has already referred to Banbridge as she feels as though it's got that Peterborough style momentum. I was like, ooh, if only. Could you imagine if this becomes as popular as Peterborough? That would be something else. If Banbridge win a pizza cup, then we'll be laughing. So not long until our first match of the season, when we face Harland and Wolf Welders. That's right, Harland and Wolf Welders. Big teams. Holland starting his own team. Exactly. Banbridge would have the decency to retweet rather than like. I mean, yeah. Oh, could you imagine that again? That fiasco last year. That was. If only they'd just hit a retweet, we would never have had to attempt to go to Scotland. How on earth can they live with themselves after that? I don't know. So the Bet McLean League Cup second round draw has been made. 32 teams will go to the hat for the 16 matches to be drawn. Premier teams now enter the competition. It's exciting. Fan poll: which team would you prefer? Prefer Ballymena, allegedly. Draw teams. We've got Glenavon. So we've got ourselves a Premier team at home, so it's not even that good for the finances, because obviously, you know, we'd probably get a full stadium, but it's not really what we need, is it? We need an away fixture that's going to bring in lots of revenue. Rogie gifting a sub to the chair. Appreciate you, Rogie. It's very kind. I, for one, welcome our chair overloads. I think they are right. Absolutely think they're right. Firmly crowned as the new leader. Rightfully so. I mean, if the chair's got a podcast, then I'm all for it, you know what I mean? I'm all for it. I feel as though we should strip Hamilton of the vice captaincy, because it did send the wrong message, didn't it? He got a little bit above his station and he didn't respond well. I'll hold my hands up and admit that I was wrong. You were all correct. He shouldn't have been given that vice captaincy. Now, do we give it to Kieran Evans, who was the top goal scorer last season as a centre half? He's got leadership of 12. Again, he's only 16. He's media friendly, so he's not a leader. Noel Halfpenny has got a leadership of 14. Unflappable. Kieran Diver, Rory Keane, Michael McCavitt has got leadership of 6. Soup. I sort of feel as though it needs to be someone who's going to be playing quite a bit. Jack Shavin doesn't really need to be the vice captain, does he? Morgan Gore. Media friendly. Again, we don't seem to have any Where's our leaders? Where's our actual personality? Have we got any leaders in here? Evening, Cass. How are you? Welcome in. Pleasure to see you, of course. Hope life is treating you well. We can't see personality types from here, can we? Where do you find out whether they're leaders or not? Don't think we have any leaders. That's the problem. Hierarchy. That's the one. That's the one. There we go. Right. So Hunter obviously is the captain, and personality. Yes. So the fact that none of their personality is saying leaders, that's the issue. Jovial. I don't need jovial. Balanced. I mean, yeah, personality fickle. That's the problem there, isn't it? Croskery, Sharvin, McMahon. Diver, maybe? Balanced. No face pack. No. Not in the Irish third division, Owen. I don't think there's many people who are making face packs for the third division of Irish football. If they are, then send them over. Hamilton gets my vote for the more vote. Well, see, Hamilton's currently got it, but the problem is that Hamilton also he took it and he hasn't really behaved himself. If anything, I think he's got a little bit too big for his boots, and sort of just been like, well, you know, I'm the vice captain now. I can do whatever I want, and it's maybe stunted his development a little bit. Give me a screenshot of the squad. I'll knock you with a face pack. Bless you, Llama. Very, very kind. Do not give the captaincy to anyone with a 1 in front of the name or an age. There is that, Rogie. I mean, Halfpenny's a possibility. His jovial personality, though, is not. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is jovial? Jovial's like, hey, I'm alright, I'm cool, you know, we can hang. He's got 14. Bring him in. Yeah, you know what? Right. Noel Halfpenny's getting it. Right. Noel Halfpenny. You get the vice captaincy at this point. Yeah. Exactly, Wilsonia. I've got all the phrases that the youth wear, so it's fine. Just get by, totally fine. No one's picking up on any of that at all. Totally fine. Ian Studs Up FM, how are you? Welcome in. Fat Nigel on the stream of lurking. The one you said was unflappable should be vice captain. I forget who was unflappable now. In a way, we're all unflappable. Yeah, maybe we should have done hello young people. Yes, exactly. Hello young people. I'm here to talk to you about the internet. Jovial was unflappable. Okay, cool. In that case, that's fine then. So that was the right one then. Noel Halfpenny. Unflappable and jovial. There we go. Do we tend to get any ex-Premier League youth in division, or do you have to aim lower? Right, I'll give you a suggestion where we're at, Owen. This is Charlie Wood. Okay, he's on loan from Spennymoor in the Vanarama North. Okay. We also have in our reserves Thomas Avgustidis. He's on loan from Leyton Orient. So no ex-Premiership players at this point. We are 3 seasons in. We're currently in the Northern Irish second division. In fact, we started in Division 3. We're now up to Division 2. The league reputation is currently put on. League reputation is 152nd, just behind the Austrian Langsliden. 3 places ahead of the West of Scotland First Division, so like the Highland Leagues essentially. Coach Zeke, we aim for lads from the pub looking for a kickabout on a weekend. Yeah, absolutely. Like, anyone who plays 5-a-side in the local area is essentially considered. Like, if you've got this year's FIFA, then you might get in. Like, have you got the full Sky package? You have. Would you be interested in playing for Banbridge? Yeah, if you've never managed down this levels, you're missing out. This is great. Proper at the coalface. As well, if you think about the whole Chaos Ball and the match engine, it just makes more sense. Stream Dart as well come in. Appreciate the follow. And Chunky Drewster as well. Appreciate the follow as well. Very kind. Thank you for that. Who do you consider favourites for relegation? Ourselves, to be honest. Can I say myself? Who came up with us? Ballyclare, wasn't it? No, it wasn't Ballyclare. Was it Ballyclare? Odds. I think it was Ballyclare that did it. Actually, no, it was Banger, wasn't it? Banger came up. There you go. Have some confidence in yourself, Gaffer. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I've just decided to give it to someone else. That's fine. Everyone should manage in Wales before they fix it. Wales is good fun, innit, Cass? That's the thing. It really is good fun. I don't know whether Wales is the next. I don't know whether we go for Wales next or whether we go for Scotland next. But we shall see. We shall see. Again, Wales has got a bit of chaos about it as well. How's the trophy hunting going? Asks Chazzy D. This is where we are. We've won 2 out of 33, so it's not. Well, I was going to say it's not brilliant, but we've only done 3. We've only done 2 seasons, so technically, it's a trophy a season, right? We did 2 last year, so we had 1 season was a bit of a free hit. So we're on track. It's going to be a long process. Obviously, the big concerns are going to be when we get to like season 5 and we're still on 2 trophies. That's when things might start being like, this is not going so well. But for now, we're positive. We're all positive. It's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to cautious as well, actually, instead of balanced. Try that. And this is what I think is going to be the first team that we send out. I do think I'm going to do that. Let's have a look. Kakar, I think probably has to be there. And yeah, let's go with that. So Hunter in goal, Youngstown at right back, Harry Murphy and Kieran Evans at centre backs, Keenan Diver at left back, Charlie Wood and Noel Halfpenny in the midfield, Croskery and Soup on the wings. Sharvin plays as the shadow striker with DJ Pedro up top at home to the Welders. So let's go, shall we? First match in the championship. We are all about this now. So here we go. Let's get some big fists going on. Right. 4-4-1-1 from Banbridge. What are the Welders rocking? Welders are bringing us a 4-2-3-1. Okay. No fans in the stadium, clearly. They've stayed away. We're in black and red stripes, of course, and the Welders are in blue. As always, if you're brand new to the stream, let me know who you're managing on the game. Let me know who's supporting real life, if you do indeed support anybody, of course, as well. But new season, new expectations. Give the ball away early doors. Halfpenny wins the ball back. Diver, crossfield ball to Croskery. Hang on. Blocked for a corner. That's interesting. We can take that. Evans with the corner. Evans shouldn't be taking corners still. Get that ball away. Struggling in the Cymru Premier, says Cass. don't know if you're struggling, Cass. You were flying. You're flying. It's the fact that you've got TNS to overcome. That's the issue, isn't it? But other than that, you're grand. Pedro gives the ball away. Edgar comes forward, smashes it over the top. Evening Riverside, how are you? Everything's good back here, thank you. Hope you're well. Appreciate you being in. It's nice to see you. Throw into the Welders. Oof. Heads over the top. Links. We're still at Banbridge in Season 3. Not sacked yet. The future's bright. The future is so bright. So bright, Links. So bright. Owen Ladd, I've tempted to try Canada. Canada's good. I enjoyed Canada last year. We've got a few people in our sort of Discord who really love managing in Canada. We did Valor last month as our Discord challenge. Sorry, last year. That's a shame. That's a shame to see that one going. Boo indeed. Boo indeed. Even Sportsman, how are you, buddy? Hope life's treating you good. I mean, that's sloppy, right? Oh, boo for Valor. How come boo for Valor? What's the... Oh, you're a Wanderers fan. That could be why. Crosscurry, you've got to head downwards. Head downwards. Yeah, to be fair, I was going to be York United. Just for the simple fact they had a player called William Wallace. You know? But, yeah, we decided to go with Valor. And yeah, it was so much fun. So much fun. Did first season in Canada, says Nomadic Striker, and that was enough for me. Really? See, I got into it the more I did it. The more I played it, the more I was like, I could get away with this, you know. This is good. I like this. Canada did well on the sports watching. I've not watched any of it. The ball through DJ Pedro. Good save by McGovern. Breaking past TNS and Connors Key is really tough to cyclist to Cass about Welsh Premier. Great, so many bodies flying in there. Right, I think maybe it's time for Sharvin to go up top. 2 strikers, I think. Soup can go a bit higher. Poor Kakar sat there as well. He's not come on yet. Bit of encouragement for the boys. Culloch with a free kick. Oof, just over the top. Riverside just got Barry Town at the Welsh Premier, so bear that in mind. There you go. See, it is doable. It is doable, isn't it? Let's bring McCavitt on. Dive it to go up front a little bit more, don't we? Do we? Yes, we do. Put Youngster on attack, actually. Take the overlaps off. Let's be a bit more expressive. Shoot across early. Big up a smidge. Right. 15 minutes to go. Say I'm struggling. I'm third after 6 games. See that? This is the thing, isn't it? Sometimes it's about like how it feels. Like it feels like you're having a difficult time, but then you look at the league table and you're like, actually, we're doing pretty well here. Like banger of 5-1 up against Mayola Park on opening day of the season. We're staring down the barrel of a potential 1-0 defeat to the Welders. Obviously, it's not the worst result in the world, but it would have been nice to have started with something more than 0 points. Certainly not been outplayed though, have we? Good ball. DJ goes up, cross scurry. Runs it. Oh, it's off the post. It's cleared. The longer the world goes on, the more dare I say and the World Cup gets more worse videos ever. Yeah. Sharvin just headed over the top there. Julia, bye. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. We're a corner. Corner kick McCavitt. Normal football injury time, not World Cup injury time. Halfpenny. Cleared away. I think that's probably it. Hunter needs to get the ball out quickly. That's it. All over. 1-0 defeat on the opening day. It's fine. It's going to be a tough one, this one. There is, of course, a relegation and a relegation playoff as well, so we've also got that to consider as well this season. Notice after one match we're going, so this is what would happen if we get relegated. It's not all doom and gloom. Obviously, we're not expected to do anything other than be relegated, so who won't get defeated? The chair. Well, yeah, that's the thing. The chair is here. The chair knows what's going on. The chair might be put back in charge. We'll see. All hail the chair. Oh, look at that. Season tickets of Raw of Sword from 25 to 29. It's not really soaring, is it, to be honest? That's not really soaring, I don't think. You can't soar 3. Oh, sorry, technically 4. No. Doesn't quite work with the joke, does it? Quick eyeball test on all these players, to be honest. Neeson's goalkeeper. Don't know the goalkeeper. McCallie. Wingers, fullbacks. Year-old defensive midfielder. Interesting. Obviously we could do with one of them. Let's try to see what Cliftonville have actually got for us. Jude Healy, have we already had a look at him before? Let's keep on the short list. We've got a lot of strikers though, so maybe we don't need to take another look at him, but we'll see. As I say, left back and defensive midfielder would be preferable. Oh, he can play both, can he? Matthew Henry. He's an inverted wing back. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Natural in several positions. Formerly of Myola Park. Let's get him in. See what we think. Former Cliftonville player as well, so that bodes well. Lewis Barr. Right, Henry's joined the club, 26 years old as well, so he actually comes in as a bit of experience, which is something we are lacking. Star player, look at that. Hello, Lelujo. How are you, Kev? Nice to see you, buddy. Welcome in. How is life at Peterborough? How is Edric? How's the Champions League? Did you win? Is it over, or do we go again? Even by the way, Garlic Mushroom, you've been doiled by Kev, Harvey Hancock FM, Nut Raid. Everyone's coming in. Even sir, how are you? And Kev's Europa League win. Congratulations to Kev. Outstanding work. Watto, evening sir, how are you? From Kev's Europa League win. Good devil, you've been doiled. This really is me. We're now in the Champions League after winning the Europa. That is exceptional news. Exceptional news. Tell me all about it. Edric is secured without the release clause, says Yuka. MT Wade, appreciate the follow. TJR Plankins, appreciate your follow as well. Jaffa D, Danny Law, nice to have you all in, appreciate follows there. Let's get some music a little bit more upbeat, shall we? Now we've got a few more sort of some guests have turned up. This, of course, by the way, if you are brand new to the channel, this is the British Steel Challenge. The plan being Birchie FM, Johnny Valas, welcome in, appreciate the follows as well. The plan here is to win all of the trophies available in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. We're in season 3. We're currently at Banbridge Town in the 2nd division of Northern Irish football now. We were, of course, in the 3rd division. We got promoted last year via the playoffs. We also won the deep intake of breath because it's not quite the Europa League. It's very similar. The McCoon's Coach Travel Intermediate Cup last year. So, you know, we can all win trophies, right? Won that last year. So we've won 2 trophies out of the possible 33 available to us. Now, it does include the league titles, this is really me, but it also includes promotions as well, which is quite handy. So if we get promoted, then it counts as a title as well. Otherwise, it's just a little bit too difficult. It's difficult enough challenge as it is, but without sort of like, imagine that you got promoted, then you have to go back and win the league again. That'd be awful, wouldn't it? It'd be horrible. It's bad enough that we have to go, if we get promoted from Cymru North in Wales into the Cymru Premier, we have to go back and do Cymru South, and vice versa with National League North and National League South as well in England. So that's where we are. Dave Trumpet, appreciate the follow. Rascal Boy, Libera, Lover Lord, appreciate the follow. Birchie, of course, as well in there. Lynch, open up a pack. Let's get the old pack of the old. This is the Euro 2020 stickers. Have we finished them? Don't say we finished them, right? We finished them. Then we're into the Scotland stickers, right? We're not watching the sports washing tournament. We're going back through our old sticker collections here. So you can have a pack of stickers. Get yourselves on. Get yourselves nice and comfortable, by the way. If this is the sort of thing that you think you might enjoy, then please drop a follow. Garlic Mushrooms, boo Scotland. Boo, really? Are we going to do that? Are we going to boo Scotland? Oh, that's not a way to do it, is it? You can boo Ollie McBurney. That's completely fine. Absolutely boo Ollie McBurney. And then the top half of a player there. There you go. Top half there's Robbie McCrory as well. See, this is really me appreciating the follow there. Tinks is in the follow as well. You know, pre-season. Didn't Ollie McBurney do some bad things though, Cass? I'm sure that was him. And there you go. So that's our collection of Scotland fans. Libera Lover Lord, I support all home nations because I'm British. There you go. And Rogie, yes, he did do something quite bad. Anyway, moving swiftly on, here's Matthew Henry. Hurrah! Not to be confused with Matthew Kelly or Henry Kelly, who are former game show hosts, obviously. Matthew Henry can play on both wing-backs positions and full-backs, which is good because we desperately need a left-back. If you've never managed down in the lower echelons of world football, this is a good player. He's got acceleration of 13. He's got dribbling of 5, which is quite poor, to be honest. Crossing of 1, which again is worrying for a wing-back. First touch of 8. Decision making of 10, so at least he knows when to cross the ball. His marking and his tackling aren't brilliant, but compared to what we're currently using at left back, I'll show what we're currently losing here. Where are we? Kieran and Diver. So Henry, quicker obviously, not as good defending, to be honest, and maybe not so good in the air, but definitely better going forward. You know, this is sort of a like-for-like comparison. Bear in mind we're using a centre-back at left-back as well, so just to make things a little bit more tasty for you. So technical skills, I think Matthew Henry's probably a better player technically. Mentally, they're probably about even, but then there's that slightly better physicality on Matthew Henry as well. Rakia there, looking at these attributes, it's good to know I could be a footballer in the lower divisions of Northern Ireland. Well, just to give you a bit of context as to where the standard is, when we first started, we had a player who was our left winger and our physio. So if ever anybody got injured, he had to run off the pitch to get the magic sponge. So there's that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's where we were. That's where we are, right? So our wage budget is huge this season. It's £813, right? Last year it was £66 a week. That was our wage budget. £66. This year, 800. And we're going to burst the bank for Alex Green at centre half and Matthew Henry. 2 players that we need to be getting in. Oh, God. He wants 90 quid a week. Actually, he wants 140. The estimations were 90. We were hoping for 90. Anyway, we can get you down to 100. I mean, we're going to have to drive a hard bar. 120 is a lot. You know what I mean? What tactics are we running? Well, we'll show you the tactic in a second. It's again, it's very much set up to try and not lose, really. This is where we are. So we're going to go with a 4-4-1-1. Now, Sharvin here is a shadow striker. He can drop into this midfield slot there. We can put an extra central midfielder in if we want to try and sort of like lock things out and sort of try and alleviate a bit of pressure and try and sort of like, I don't know, like sort of nullify teams, I guess, really, if they're trying to come at us. Defensively, we want to try and play a solid. We might take these overlaps off a little bit because we don't necessarily need them. We are looking to play wide. We're looking to play with a reasonably high tempo because we want to play direct. We're playing on the wings. Try and utilise set players because we've got a few taller players as well. We want to try and maybe get the ball onto their heads if we can. Plus, we've got a centre half who is quite handy at taking free kicks, so that's quite good. And he is 16 years old. Distribute the ball to the flanks. We want to try and get counter-attack football, as we say, going on. And of course, we're playing a low block system as well. So that's how we play with a cautious mentality. This season, we played with a balanced mentality last season, whereas now we're going to start playing a little bit more cautious because we want those counter-attacks to be a little bit more fluid, to be honest, as we go through. The door pivot looks more like a circle, but in the sense in here, so there and there. Yeah, I guess so. We can work stuff around. We know that we can play asymmetric and we can break the game that way, but we're not trying to do that. We're trying to sort of like just get stuff through, you know, in a relatively realistic fashion. Was1 CSGO, appreciate the follow. I've butchered your name there, I'm terribly sorry about that. We also have a link up as well with Cliftonville, so we might be able to get some of their players coming in on loan, which could be quite exciting for us as well. My favourite player that we've taken on so far, Alex Green's going to be potentially gazumped. The favourite player we've signed so far is purely based on his name, Donovan Purrington. Now, didn't know anything about this guy at all. Asked our assistant manager to go and recommend us some players. He comes back with Donovan Purrington. We didn't know any attributes at all, but we thought with that name, do you know what I mean? Just got to get him in. And to be fair, for this level, he's not actually that bad, really. £800 a week, comparing a title club's wages for a year. Why give him mobile in a single goal bonus? Well, yeah, it's different levels of football, isn't it? You know, we're definitely, you know, echelons. He looks like a cool cat. Exactly. He's perfect. So that's sort of how we worked it, you know. Thought, good name, get him in. Is he any good? No idea. We'll work that out later. But yes, he doesn't have a mohawk. That is a problem. He doesn't have a mohawk. He does have a beard at 15 though, so that's quite handy. If you are new, by the way, of course, let me know who you're managing on your save. Let me know who you support in real life, if indeed anybody. But yeah, as I say, appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. We also have the Football Manager Show podcast on all of your podcast platforms. Should mention that as well. New episode dropped today. Myself and RDF Tactics interviewed Lee Scott who's an author. He wrote a book about Bielsa a little while ago. Then he became a football scout. He became the recruitment analyst at Aberdeen. He now works as the chief scout in Vélez in the second division of Spanish football. So awesome to have a chat with him today, and like such a great insight into things that happen in the real world and then stuff you can do in FM to almost mimic it. It's really good, so definitely worth a listen if you haven't already done so. Dan Hitchens managing Southport FC. That's a good one, to be honest. Loving that. Freds is doing a Forest Green Rovers save in season 2, just got promoted to the Championship. Big up yourself, Freds, excellent work. Big fan of Forest Green as well, by the way. They do stuff correctly off the pitch. Big fans of them. Appreciate Cass checking out the Discord link as well, which of course, if you want to join the Discord, feel free to come and hang out. It's quite a nice little place over there. It's very chilled. We talk about coffee. You know what I mean? Talk about coffee. That's where we are. We're not a raucous lot. We're very much sort of like the other side. We've got a cookery and baking channel as well. So again, gives you a bit of a steer as to where we are. Josh Lillis, appreciate your follow as well. It's very kind. Also, Liberera Lovelord, you're managing Venezuela after 5 years in Singapore. 5 years already. That's some good going. You know, we're only a couple of weeks into the game cycle, and you're 5 seasons in. So well done you. Cyclists, I always think ahead, Tony, when you move to a big league of the Cymru South. Lantwich Major is a definite recommendation. Lantwich Major currently being managed by FM girl Alice in her save. They are very much on board with that save, and she has upset several players. So that's definitely a fun one to look out for. The admin for their Twitter account is brilliant, by the way. You're right, absolutely they are. So yeah, they've been on our radar for a little bit. I saw the Twitter feed. I was like, they're pretty cool. But yeah, Alice is doing great stuff with them at the minute, and she's been to a game as well, and they haven't they didn't slash her tires. So you know, there's definitely progress there, right? Gotta be. Someone's doing Norway. George the Hoop is doing the first ever Norwegian save as Lillestrøm. That's a great save, Jord. As Cass says, we do love a Norwegian save in these parts because, as you can see behind me, that is the Odd Ball Club shirt. Now, Odd are a Norwegian football club, as we know. I actually ended up getting a job with them, and their official football manager, and to announce it, we did an actual job interview, broadcast it as part of broadcast it with them at the stadium, with the club, and local Norwegian journalists. Still weird to say, and that was a year ago. That's still a weird thing to say that we did that, but it was a lot of fun. And then people in the Discord started learning Norwegian, and yeah, they've been really cool, really supportive of everything we do as well. So if you do consider a save in Scandinavia, Odd Ball Club will be the one that we'd obviously recommend, and we will go back to do some more stuff with them during this game cycle as well. So do keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, Rada save is gone. Oh dear, what's happened, Rada? What's happened now? I learned a good lesson in FM, and that was don't run with only a single save file. Your save's been corrupted. Oh dear. How far did you get in though, Rada? You were a couple of seasons in, I think, weren't you? Oh, Libera's had a couple of lengthy breaks between games. Okay, got you. Thank you, Aston Villa, for making the odd situation happen. Yeah, exactly. If it wasn't for Villa hiring Steven Gerrard, I would have stuck with Villa. But you know, the fact they did that, I threw my toys out the pram. In came Odd. Eventually, Gerrard gets sacked. I've rekindled my love of Sunderland, and I don't have to go back to Villa now. This has been perfect. It's been perfect. Oh. What a ride. You know, now I can sit and be like, oh, you know, but morally I object to the Premier League. Amazing. I've played a blinder here, everyone. Absolute blinder. Freds, appreciate the follow. Very kind indeed for you. Thank you for that. Dan Hitchens, my hometown team as I play as Southport every season, struggle to play with anyone else, but with you and Matt and FMT have influenced me to branch out. Have we really? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm glad to hear that you branched out. Where are you thinking about branching out from? Obviously, you've obviously done Southport previously, but where are you thinking about branching out to? Here's Soup, big cross in. Oh, DJ Pedro! Oh, dreadful goalkeeping. Dreadful goalkeeping. Let's get a clip on that, shall we? Campbell, look how big this pitch is. How wide's their pitch? Our players are going to be knackered here. This is the biggest pitch we've ever played on, I think. Keeper spills it, and DJ Pedro, that's his name as well, by the way. Again, we asked the manager, the assistant manager, to go find us a player. He said, oh, here's DJ Pedro. And we went, yeah, he's got to be signed, surely. Plays for Salford in real life, apparently. Oh, plays for Banbridge Town in Northern Ireland now. Also, as well, we've had some of the Banbridge players in the stream as well, which has been quite cool, to be honest. We had Connor Downey, who was the left midfielder, who's also the physio. We've had Michael McGavitt, who's on the bench. He's been in the stream. Lewis Hunter, the goalkeeper, he's in quite a lot. So it's nice to have the support of the team, to be honest. Slavchan, how high in the league so far? So we lost our first game, Slavchan, in the championship, but this is our second match, and at the minute, touch wood, we're currently 1-0 up, leading coming into half time. Has anyone stolen our best players? No is the answer, to be honest. So no, we have not lost anybody at this point. And you got a gifted sub, nice. Oh, good goal. You can't stop them. You can't stop them, can you? Sadly. Never mind. Some of those clubs that think they have a divine right to beat you. Really? Sonny, do you think that? I guess it depends upon whereabouts you are. I'm not sure a divine right, but I think that Sunderland, like a lot of clubs, Sunderland have an idea above their station, to be honest. But all football clubs do. Like, there's no. I struggle to find any football club that goes, yeah, you know what, we're a bit shit. And no club goes into any contest, any match, and goes like, you know what, yeah, we should lose this. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm slightly blinkered to it. I'm not sure, but yeah. We don't want the Saudis to buy us. Could take an American. The Saudis have too much baggage. Yeah, nobody wants the Saudi Arabians to buy anybody, but. Unless you're Newcastle, of course, then you can turn a blind eye to it. Yeah, good and bad everywhere, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Sharp, good effort. There's a little bit of lag on the game there, isn't there? Apologies for that. Yeah, the problem is it's the vocal minority, isn't it? As with everything, you know, it's never the majority who sort of like think about, who sort of like articulate things. It's the very vocal ones. That's the issue. Fred's main was Forest Green Rovers to win the Champions League. Realistically, how long will that take? Don't know. Realistically, it will never happen in a short space of time. If we're talking realistically. But in terms of game, I mean, it depends. If you hit a good run of transfers and some good form, find a tactic that works, you could be the champions. You could win the Champions League in like 5 or 10 years. You know what I mean? Like there's no rhyme or reason. It's a video game at the end of the day. It could be anything. But in real life, yeah, it's going to take a while, if at all. You know. Time for Kaka. Also, Parenting's going to come on. Let's bring Evans off as well. DJ Premier League to Champions League Banbridge. That would be all right, wouldn't it? That would be decent. Dan Hitchens started up unemployed, ended up at Airbus in Broughton. Thought it was quite realistic. It's an hour away. That makes sense. If you can get there, then do it. You know what I mean? Friend works for Airbus. You can car share. Big fan of that. Oh, big fan of that indeed. That's how you work it. Just like because we got offered the Swansea uni job, at the start of this save, and because they were offering us no money, I said to Mrs. J, my wife, I was like, we can't go to Swansea for no money. She's like, oh, but think about Freshers Week. I was like, we can't afford Freshers Week, we're not getting paid. You know? Plus I figured she'd be really pissed off if I said we've taken a job but we don't get paid for it. They did offer me an education, you're right, Rogue. And you know what? I feel as though the redemption arc is that we go back to Swansea at some point. At some point we will go there. That'll be our Welsh journey. Should have taken it. I mean, to be fair, Cass, you've proven that we should have taken it. You're right. But we've had fun with Banbridge. We've had a lot of fun with Banbridge. I thought, we should have won that match there. We'll take that point. It's a point away from home, innit? So respect the point. End the season now, chat. End it. We're not going down at this point. I'll take it right now. No more. Just we're out. Who do we play next? We look at £38. We've got £38 for getting a draw. Oh. I almost feel like we're getting too much money now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel as though we're essentially sports watching at this point. So, yeah. Be cool to have the option to switch aside from the Welsh Premier to the Conference South and North. What, so you mean actually take them down and relegate them, or sort of make them semi-pro and put them back into the previous division? That'd be weird. I think I might like it though. We'll see. Maybe, I don't know. To be fair, if a small, competent management and big sponsors actually look for good teams instead of funding just popular teams, it'd be realistic. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's like everything, isn't it? Anything, the second that you put an element of competition into something, people just chuck money in it, and it sways everything. Like, if it was all based on sporting merit, then a lot of stuff wouldn't be happening, And sadly, that's not the situation now, is it? There's about a month left of the season. Avoided 6 points between first and fifth to get promoted to the Premier League. Rada, I feel your pain. I do feel your pain. Oh, you mean switch to England? No. You can't move a team from another country and put them into the league just because. Cause. Take Swansea up the pyramid and pass Swansea City. I mean, I understand your rationale. I don't really know how I feel about it personally. I'm not sold on it personally. But I can't argue with the logic. That's the trouble. I'm thinking like, yeah, that makes sense. Or you go the other way around and you put Swansea City in Cymru South, and you get them to go. Actually, that'd be too easy. Far too easy, wouldn't it? Links, play look up. Who you looking for? Links? Can I expect any business? Probably not. Quite funny how you support, because that side of sport is more competitive than sport. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know enough about the esports world to know how competitive it is. I imagine it's incredibly competitive because, let's face it, it's computers. Jack Harrison, to see if he's American. He is American. He's English and American. He hasn't been capped by. He's had 221 caps for England at this point. Didn't realise he had an American passport, to be honest. Didn't realise that. Still, it's pretty decent though. Colin Bain, the Connie North, and Unibond for a while, weren't they? Were they? Didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. I mean, you could do it. I guess you could potentially do a sort of customised database, put Wrexham, Swansea, Cardiff into the Welsh pyramid, That'll be interesting. Cass Colwyn Bay did move back recently. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. No. I mean, what? I mean, look, big question. What do we do with Berwick? No? Nobody knows. No one's got an idea. He can play for the US because in real life, because he has an extra year living there, but in the FM he normally changes allegiance. I mean, I guess the thing in it, like if you're eligible to play, then why would you not consider it? You know, why would you not consider it? Let's put Gakar in for Sharvin, I think. Evening Ultra, welcome in. Berwick is still at war with Russia. They ended the war. They ended the war. They were the last people to stop being at war with Russia. In the Second World War. There was a Second World War or the Cold War? Second World War, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, it took them a while. They were just like, no, not yet, lads, not yet. Now it's over. Yeah, they were in no rush, to be honest. What sport can have a nobody team going to the most prodigious tournament with a snipe of the win? I don't know. Used to have a combined cup that let Swansea and Cardiff get into the European football. Look, let's be honest. We had the Anglo-Italian Cup, and that was class, right? Teams from the Championship versus teams from Serie B. I mean, why was that not a thing? Why was that not more of a thing? Why is that not still happening now? It'd be perfect. A lot of teams at one point were in the lower English tiers because of ground sharing and Wales not letting them into the Welsh leagues. Ah, yes, of course. That does make sense. Fat Nige. People at Berwick do not forget easily forget their grudges. No, I guess not. Obviously, when it all kicked off again earlier in the year, Berwick would have been sitting there going, I fucking told you. You never trust them. Never trust them. We said they'd be back. That's why we hung on for so long. We weren't convinced that was the end of it. And it turned out Berwick were right. Oh, Merthyr Tydfil were in the league. They were actually right. Hang on. 2 seconds. I've got an awake child. Merthyr Town, not Tydfil. Got you. Sorry, my mistake. Sorry, I had to go and tend to the other child who woke up and then put the other one back asleep again. So it's been fun tonight, hasn't it? Evening, Owen. How are you, man? Welcome in. Yeah, life's going good, man. We've got a cracking Lelujo raid tonight, so it was lovely. We've got a load more new people turned up, and we need to score that. We need to finish those sorts of chances, don't we? Let's be honest. I think the chair ought to up the tempo. The game's a bit pedestrian. The chair makes all the correct decisions, to be honest. Transfer window was good. I think we've done decent business, to be honest. We've saved who we need to save. We've brought some quality in. We've started our third game in the championship now. We are starting to course. I might go balanced again. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. You know, it's all just about adding little bits, sprinkling little bits of quality in here. Not losing players. JTFM would be amazing if the Cup Winners' Cup was still there. Oh, love the Cup Winners' Cup. Oof, Evans with the header. We will do, yeah. We'll absolutely show you who we've got after that. DJ Pedro's injured though. Pedro's going to come off. Gore's unconvincing. Right, put Sharvin up front then. Let's see if he can run up front as that poacher. See how he goes. I haven't brought Carl Winchester home yet. Not yet. Some of them aren't great quality. A couple of players I couldn't find picks up with face packers and your DMs ready for the next stream. Llama, you are doing the Lord's work, aren't you? We have got Sharvin, yes, yeah. We've brought the bank to get him in. So we're very, very happy about that. We've got Harry Murphy as well, who we looked at previously to get in. So yeah, there's a couple of players that you'll recognise. Let's take Soup off for Little. Soup's locked into a permanent contract as well. We've signed this guy, Matthew Henry, not Mark Henry, not the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Matthew Henry's coming at fullback. He can play either side, so that's pretty good. Central midfielders we've sort of replaced. So we're getting there. Is it Arshavin? Yes, exactly what it is, Lynx. Exactly what it is. Matthew Henry hitting the world's strongest slam. I mean, look at this guy. Oh, hang on. Duck that 50-50, great block. Right, I think we need to press these guys, I reckon. Someone can get their wig split. Yeah. Crawford not come back? No, he didn't, unfortunately. He wanted to stay and play for Hartlepool, sadly, which is a shame, because we thought he was a hell of a player last season. He would have been great to have again, but sadly not. He wanted to leave. Getting the salmon jacket on when the deal is nearly running out before announcing he's signing a new deal. Kaká tackled. It's a penalty. Ooh. Here we go. Evans steps up. Slams it in. Of course he does. Centre back who knows where the back of the net is. Evans is going to be the Irish Ramos. I think he's going to end up being the club's record goal scorer, to be honest. So that's the thing. I'm very much looking forward to that happening. Oof, just over the top. A little bit of a pressure now. He's offside, surely. Doesn't matter. He is though. Maybe try and look for some time wasting substitutes, possibly. Where have we heard that to? Oh dear, inviting pressure on ourselves, aren't we? It's fine. 3 minutes of time added on. Have we got this? Maybe Kaká's off. Yes! There you go, first victory in the championship. Done. We've got 4 points now. Look at that. Mid-table. We're flying. We don't need to be 4 weeks for DJ Pedro. That could be a blow. Could be. Flying wing back, appreciate the follow. Very kind indeed. Let's see what we've got. So this is where we are then in terms of players that have come in. Right, okay. Campbell Soup is locked in on the permanent deal. Donovan Purrington is the player that we're quite surprised at getting just due to his name only. Knew nothing about him, but he looks fine, to be honest. Also, we've got Gladys Kaká, who's going to play as a sort of shadow striker. I think he could be quite handy, to be honest. Decent off the ball, great finishing, determination's good, passing and vision are good as well. So maybe a playmaker, a bit sort of like we could mix him up as to where he goes. We've then brought in Avgostidis, who's just a player on loan who's not really good enough, to be honest. Morgan Gores coming from Wales as a striker. Like the look of him. 80 quid a week, £80 a week. Last season we were paying £20 an appearance. Now we're paying actual wages for players. So very excited to see how he gets on. Charlie Woods come in from Spennymoor. He's playing in the midfield. He's taken the role of Crawford. It's not quite the same, to be honest. We've got Noel Halfpenny's coming from Crewe United as well, so he's doing pretty handy in midfield. He's partnering. Who's he partnering at the minute? He's currently partnering Wood, actually, in the midfield. Jack Sharvin has come in, so we're very excited about that. With DJ stepping back to spin the extra month, now's the time for Gore to get the starts. That thinking right there, Rogie. That thinking right there. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Sharvin's in. Harry Murphy's in as well. Former Glentoran defender. He joins us. Terry Spennymoor. Links, you're getting angry by everyone tonight, aren't you? And then there you go. There's Matthew /Mark /Henry, Kelly Henry. So yeah, decent recruitment. To be honest, up the Darlow. Or you should be introduced to Darlow, man. Who's someone who comes out and streams a lot. He fucking loves Darlington. So much. Oh, like you cut him, he'll fucking stab you back, but he'll also bleed Darlington. So. That's a man who loves Darlington. Loves Darlington more than anything ever in the world. Like, you know. So yeah, that's where we are then with regards to new signings. Let's do another quick director of football check. Anybody for defensive midfielder who we might know. Mark Beck is unreal this season with Darlow. Yeah, I mean we won't be able to get him. He might well be good. But yeah, he's not going to be anywhere near good for us, to be honest. Evans is just great. Evans is brilliant. Like, you know, I mean, look at him. He's now turned 17. He's now starting to just mature. Like, you know, he's maturing at 17. Bravery of 17, leadership of 12, tackling of 10, balance of 14, jumping reach. Last season he scored 6 goals, 7 goals overall, so in total, 6 in the league. That made him the top goal scorer in the league at 16 years old. You know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. I do like football, not Spenny. Okay, fair enough. We're playing Glentoran next. So we've got a big cup game coming up. Keenan Diver's a little bit more controversial. He's got some views now. As is Kieran Evans. I think maybe we take some of the controversial players out. Who's the angry ones who keep spouting tinfoil nonsense? You know? Don't know, we need to hunt them out, I reckon. Both think we should be performing better in the transfer market. Really? the wages are a little bit too high. I mean, we'll see about that. We'll see. Yeah, Hamilton's no longer the vice captain. Yeah, we took that off him and just went, you don't need that. You don't need that. That's not for you. And we gave it to Halfpenny. So Halfpenny comes in with a leadership of 14, unflappable, jovial personality. So he's got it instead. Which seems a reasonable idea, to be honest. Hunter keeps the captain's armband himself. So, time for the cup, the Bet McLean Cup second round. Don't think we've ever progressed too far in this competition before. I'm sure we've been in the second round last time. What's the history like with this tournament? Squad, don't we? Squad info there, history, competitions. McLean Cup last year. Yeah, last year we lost in the first round. We did get to the second round the first time we ever played in it. So, yeah, we could potentially look to go further than we've ever been. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Then we've got Newry, then we've got Dungannon in the Middlester Cup. So another tournament that we need to be looking to win. 2 cups here we need to win. So that's 3 games in 10 days? That's not going to give us much time to recover. In fact, it gives us no training time. We're just straight into the next game. Everyone goes back to work after having been in the match. It's like, right, you've had your game, okay, back off to work now. Then come back in a couple of days' time though, because we've got another match. And they're like, oh, but I can't get any more annual leave. You're like, yeah, sounds about that, mate. That's you done. Trek in with a prime. Appreciate your trek. Pleasure to have you in, buddy. Hope life's treating you well. Let's do a shout for Trek. By the way, we'll shout him out over because he's on the red brand, so we need to get the link. Where are we? Here we are. Just hit 10k as well on YouTube, so very, very happy to see that. There you go. Go and give Trek a follow if you can do, please. That'd be lovely. Drop a sub on his channel. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. How's life treating you, Trek? Anyway, hope life's good. Evans is going to want to play in this match, even though he's not fully fit. He's going to want to play in the match against Glentoran, isn't he? Test himself against the best. How's season 3 started? Season 3, Trek, has started. We've got 4 points out of a possible 9. So, to be honest, I'm over the moon with that, really. We're in the championship as well, so we have taken a little step up. We're now about to play Glenavon. So I said Glentoran a second ago. Glenavon in the Bet McLean League Cup. So we're up against a Premiership side, so it's going to be tough. But we are set relatively defensively. We're playing on a cautious mentality these days now as well, and a 4-4-1-1. Bit of sat in a low block as well, so we sort of absorb the pressure and try and get the ball out as quick as we can on those counter attacks. I think we've recruited pretty well. Great ball through. Kakar off the post. Nearly. That's what we came along. Getting the ball from the back. How would you describe it if you worked for crossing the lines, cutting through the lines? Those progressive passes. I think they're also known as, aren't they? Long balls used to be called back in the day. But we're going to call it progressive passes that cut the lines. Yeah, we fucking whack it as hard as we can. That's what we do. No, like, if I see a player playing football, then I'm like, lad, come on, what are you doing? Pack that in. You didn't learn that here. You clearly learned it somewhere else. But other than that, everything's good. Everything's good. Recruitment's fine. Tactic looks the same as what we were using last year, so solid. Have we got the right players for it? Like, as in, are our DMs strong enough? Is our striker strong enough? I don't know. Striker, definitely, I think it's probably strong enough. But the DMs are going to be the question mark, to be honest. 22-footing his fancy players in training, trying to beat the skills out of them. Exactly. This isn't the National League. Don't you come around here like that. Say Trequartista again. Say Trequartista again. Oof, good save. You say you're an inverted wing back. No, you're not. You're not an inverted wing back. Nobody is. Right, Evans is starting to struggle a bit, so then we are going to have to look to bring him off for Diver. Good head across, Gui. Goes up as well. Ball's down. Good save. Very good save. I think we play. Maybe bring Kakar off as well. Pass from McGavett as a centre midfielder on attack. So we could look to lock things down a bit more, actually. Soup miscontrols, gets fouled, surely that was a foul. Rada, what's better, a Mez or a centre midfielder in a 4-4-2 in the lower leagues? Depends on your player, to be honest. Like, I think on the face of it, the easiest answer is a central midfielder on attack, but if you've got a player who can play Mez, then that might work. You just don't know, you know. If the player's good enough to play in that position, then great, give them a run out. You'll never know. It's trial and error. All this game is trial and error. You know. Crossgrew's going to be replaced. It's time for Pervington to come on. Pervington. On he goes. We've got McCavitt back in this blocked midfield now, so we're going 4-5-1. Suit McGavett. There's an effort. Not fussed about getting forward, to be honest. Happy to take a draw. To be fair, going to extra time is probably not the best idea. Don't have to do it now. Don't have to do it. We've conceded. Good. Always in the plan. Good ball down the across the goal, to be honest. Why we don't get stuck in, I've got no idea. Look how many men he's got to beat here. 1, 2. He shrugs them off. Keeper comes out. Misses that. It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You know what? Let's go for it. Can't go for it. Ignore me. Fine. 1-0 down's not the end of the world, is it? As we've said a couple of years ago at the start of the game, we weren't getting hammered. We were just narrowly losing games 1-0, and I think we lost our first game of the season 1-0, was it? So that's good. And then, you know, we're here now against Glenavon 1-0. I'll take that. So we're playing all right. We've got 11 shots, 4 on target. They've had 11 shots, 5 on target. So again, if we're sort of holding up against a Premiership side, then Not bad. There's a lot to be proud of. Did well. I'm not upset with that. Central midfielder on attack was a beast last season. Not found the cheap position yet this year. Good. You don't want to find the cheap position yet. Like, I mean, how sad would it be though? Like, I mean, the game's like not even 3 weeks old. You don't want to be finding the cheap position already, because then you've got an entire year left. You can't be like that. Surely that can't be fun, right? Surely not. Or am I getting it wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't like, this is the thing. Like, I know that asymmetric systems in this match engine work really well. Okay, because the match engine plays like PvP, so therefore asymmetric systems are good. But do I want to just put an asymmetric system in now in the second division of Northern Irish football and just win all the time? No, not really. I'd rather, because you don't learn anything then, do you? Like for me, I'm not fussed at losing at all. And again, like my stream and all this, I'm not fussed about losing. Like, I'm not competitive. I would rather learn, and you learn from a defeat. Like, the win, when it feels like you've earned a win, that's the emotion. We're all on stream. We've got to like 9 games without a win, and then somehow we fluke one. Oh, the feeling we all get from that when we go, we've won. Collectively, we all feel like we've won that one. That's what I like. I like that. But that's just me. That's how I play. That's how I play the game. That's how I enjoy Football Manager. I know some people are very much, nope, I have to win, thank you, and losing is shit and awful. And that's fine. That's completely fine. If that's that's how you want to do it, that's completely fine. But as I say, for me, I'm very much a case of let's try this. Let's try it this way. See how it works. I'd rather sort of like try and see how it works as we're going through. I'm 14th in my first season in the Premier League. All right, well, who are you, Barton? Who's your team? Who are you managing? Because 14th might be fine if you're Bournemouth. Might be all right if you're Leicester or Villa. It's dreadful if you're Arsenal, I guess. Horrific if you're Man City. Because again, it's all about that element of realism. AI, as Cass says, the AI are starting to learn. Like, this is why I'm saying it feels like PvP. Like, you make a change, the system, the AI change a lot. They're not just sitting back and like letting you have it anymore. So it should be harder. Sheffield Wednesday. Well, yeah, you're doing fantastic then. Like, if you're Sheffield Wednesday in the Premier League and you're 14th, then you can't be complaining, surely. That means that you've probably gone back-to-back promotions from League One to the Championship to the Premiership. And you're now not even the bottom of the Premier League. Yeah, I think you're doing all right. I think you're doing okay. Ropper in 13 months, so I appreciate you, Ropper. Very, very kind indeed. We won a cup. We did win a cup. We won a cup and we got promoted. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? The actual British Steel Challenge is on its way, officially on its way. MT Wade won everything with Atalanta and McCorkle and Edric up front just now, starting a new save with Hyde United in Tier 8. There you go. Yeah. Go back down the leagues. So, learn the game a different way. There's so many different ways to play the game as well. Good header actually from Roney. That's 1-0. We should really have marked a bit tighter there. Yorkshiremen will always complain that I've back-to-back promotions after failing it in the first season. There you go. See? That's the thing. How's the team looking? Team's looking all right, Roper. Team's looking all right. We've got a bit of quality about us. We are. Whereabouts are we now? We're ninth. We're ninth in the league. It's fine. We'll take that. We've got 4 points out of our first 3 games. It looks like obviously we're 1-0 down in this match now as well. But we're expected to finish rock bottom. But oh, what? That's a silly penalty to give away. This has probably been our worst performance of the night so far. 2-0 down. Dreadful. First match we've not started Evans. That could be a thing, couldn't it? I think that's one of those things as well. Like obviously, he's playing with the same players that everyone else is playing with as well. That's not something I've ever done. Like, well, not that's not correct. Not something I've done for a long time. Like back in the day, obviously we used to buy all the wonder kids and stuff. But now I'm like, I prefer going to the bottom, the lower leagues. That's where I enjoy now. Having these big long-term saves. Go needs to finish that one. The DJ is still in the house, but he's injured at the minute, Roper, sadly. So Gore's having a start up front. We've also got Sharvin. We brought him in from Crewe. He's a player that we wanted for a while, as you know. We did manage to get him in. But yeah, we're just trying to get the team ticking. And at the minute, in this match, definitely not working at all. It's just not there right now, is it? Let's put Perrington up top. Let's go with 2, shall we? See if that can elicit anything. I have to push our midfielders at Russ. It was a flat 4-4-2 as well, actually, see if that helps. But yeah. Great statue in world football outside of Curzon Ashton Stadium. What's happening there? What am I missing? Oh, here's Perrington. Soup. Can't get it in, can he? Croskery deflected out wide corner. Murphy's having a terrible game. Look at that, 5.9. 3 World Cup winners born in Ashton, Jeff Hurst, Jimmy Armfield and Simon Perotta. It's a great trilogy, isn't it? Wade's played against Curzon. Okay. That must suggest he must be in the game then, Wade, I'm guessing. Or previously been in the game. Soup! Oh, what a strike that is. What a strike. Soup from distance. This is a clip right now, isn't it? Oof. Unbelievable hit. God, Soup. Youngson nodded on. Go. Perrington's miles offside. Don't cross it to him there. Wood tries a volley from 20 yards out. That's never gonna land. Might land in someone's garden, possibly, but Soup gets back and tackles Hunter. Okay, nice little ball out. Youngson, Croskery gets a bit of fortune. Oh, Perrington! Donovan gets his first goal. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. It was a good save for the keeper the first time, but follows up. Perfection. I mean, how we've brought this, how we've come back, no idea. Obviously, it's not salvaged just yet, is it? The cat. Half penny. Cross going out. This 4-4-2's looking better, innit? Gore. Oh, Byrne is already gone. Needs to be the way around, doesn't it? We'll be playing Gore through. Murphy launches it straight to Harmon. Ball comes back though. Away, and as far as McGann. Good challenge. Oh, Soup, what are you doing? Oh, Jesus. Unbelievable. Can't believe that Soup's just given the ball away like that. Unbelievable, right? Three-two down. Go. Penalty. We've just brought Evans on as well. Evans doesn't look like he's taking it, though it looks like it's going to be. What is Evans? Oh, he's not been on the pitch long enough. Oh dear. It's Aaron Ramsey sub. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's just bad luck, innit? It's bad luck, that. I appreciate you, Cass. Thank you. Oh, no, Evans has stepped up. Have we deserved to lose this game? Probably in the grand scheme of things. Ball out of the back post. O'Kane blocked. Wood, Purrington. Okay, now's the counter-attack's on. McGill got to pick the right pass here. Cabot. Wood. Oh, it's just too far. Just too far. I mean, we played well though, right? We played well. We probably did deserve to lose. New Year's second. New Year have gone up to second in the league. We held them. It is what it is at the end of the day, innit? You know, we went close. We went close. Right. What have we got? One more game, haven't we? Right, Dungan and Tigers. Let's have a little match against Dungan and Tigers, shall we? We'll see what they're saying. I think we've got Banger next after that. Let's go balanced because we're up against them in the Euro Electric's Middlester Cup. It's the big one, right? The big one. Right, one goal, I get a goal here as well. We need goal to score. Right, same team. Again, let's keep the same team out there.
Excited.
Right, come on then. Let's beat Dungannon Tigers. Croskery heads it out for a throw-in. Excellent. What a start. What a start to the game. Henry, Soup, Croskery, head up. Perrington. Croskery at the back post. Heads it over the top, doesn't he? Halfpenny. Whip that corner in. Perrington at the near post there. Reasonable header. It's not really challenging the goalkeeper though, is it? Let's face it. Youngson, Croskery. Post Soup ducks for it. Halfpenny has a goal. It's been all Banbridge. It's been all Banbridge so far. 4 shots, 1 on target. XG of 0.11. Which means that these guys are going to score from here. Over the top. Let's go positive. We need to try and assert ourselves on these guys. Ball in the back post. Croskery, Perrington, head away. Croskery, gets his first goal. That'll do him the world of good. Confidence for that man. How are we getting on? We're good, Scott. We're good. Championship is expected. Championship is what we expect. We're not bottom, which is good. We're not top. We're currently leading in the Euro Electrics Cup. So Dungannon Tigers. Croskery, back post for Sue. Needs to finish that, doesn't he? He needs to finish that. Lovely movement, by the way. Very lovely movement. Tonelty comes forward. Nice block. Youngson pings it up front. Oh, pick that one out. Banbridge for the Champions League in season 10. Could you imagine that madness? Could you imagine it? We inadvertently do build a nation Northern Ireland. By accident. Pick that out from goal though. That's absolutely going to have like fire running through him. You know? Goals. Diver. Halfpenny. Croskery. Gets himself up, but he needs to be a bit more clinical with that heading, I think. Is that Wood getting forward as well? So our 2 DMs are quite high there. Halfpenny and Wood. Which is good. Henry going flying in there, putting his head in where others wouldn't put their heads and feet. Soup. Nothing. Soup gets it, pulls it back. Goal with a hat-trick. He needed that. He absolutely needed that today. Now, do we keep him on and see how many more goals he can get? Or do we go like, look, well done, there's your hat trick. Take the second half off. Recharge your batteries. Get Sharvin on. Get him to get a couple of goals. Try and get his confidence up as well. I think he's only scored once since he's come here as well. Harrington. Great ball. Croskery. Took it down well. Croskery. Wood goes down. No penalty apparently. Play on. I think we bring Gore off at half time. Let him have a bit of a rest. Put Sharvin on. Get him to go and get some goals. I think he's done what he's needed to do, hasn't he? Really. Sharvin goes on. So a hat trick for Gore in the first half. Perfect. I guess we just wait for these guys to come at us now, don't we? I move Purrington out to the wing so that Croskery can come off. Put McCavitt on as well, just behind. McDade maybe. Let's do that actually. Right, so Purrington goes there. McDade comes on in that shadow striker role. We don't really need these DMs at this point, so we can put McCavitt in there. Do it that way. There you go. So 55 minutes, 3 subs have made. 3-0 up, that should be enough to see us through, really. You know, should be. Right, Sharvin's off. Well, to be fair, we've not really had much of the ball in the second half. All the highlights seem to start for them. Going to move back to balance at this point. Henry pings it up front. Sharvin nods it down. Soup. Dade heads it over the top. We'll knock us down to balanced again. Here's Henry. Soup. Sharvin. Brings it out in the air. Dive against the header. Intercepted by Graham though. Henry's back to cover. Murphy. Up top. Sharvin. Oof. How's the crossbar? "21 shots, 8 on target." We need to work a bit more on our accuracy, I think. Cabot, good save. Maxwell spills it around the corner. McDade now. Terrible corner. Terrible corner. Yeah, wild defender there as well, but McDade's on a Sharvin's on a 6.6. You can't see it behind my head, but he's just not doing it. I'm wondering if Sharvin's going to be one of those transfers that we're desperate to have, and then when he comes in, he doesn't quite fit. So we're like, oh, we think he's the perfect player, but he's just not. Just doesn't quite do it for us. I'm wondering, and I'm slightly worried. I know it's early on in his career, but I wonder if that is the situation with him. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not, but you never know, right? It's not been long enough to come to that conclusion. No, of course it's not. No, I'm merely speculating at this point. But... Oh, what a strike that is from Halfpenny. As I said, I'm just chucking theorems into the ether, Rogie, just to say, look, you know, is that a possibility? I don't know. I've got my media head on, you know, just like sort of going, he's finished. He's played 3 games. Yeah, he's dreadful. You know, I think we need to work out exactly how to play him, because I think to get the best out of him, we play him as a number 10. But this is a player that scored nearly 30 goals last season, so maybe we don't play him a little further back. But there we go. That'll do. 4-0. It's an excellent victory. Hat-trick for Gore. Very important. Banger from Halfpenny, which is superb as well. So, yeah, that will do. What I'm going to do now is, because there's, again, a crying child downstairs, I think we go and hang out with this dude who is currently doing a Build a Nation save with the Philippines. I think that sounds quite fun. So, yeah, appreciate everyone, of course, who's been in today. Appreciate the raid from Lelujo as well. Thank you so much to everyone, of course, who's come across from that. Dropped follows as well. We are nudging towards 3K, which is lovely. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow, because I'm not around Friday. See you tomorrow. See you in a bit. Bye now.
Adaptability, though. 51, too. I don't know. Of all the guys, I like the Swiss guy, but they're all just not great. Would any of my coaches want to take a new deal and be I don't know. Tony Jameson FM rating with a party of 74. What the hell? Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot. How was your stream going? Sir Diaz Part 4, thank you for following. Part 4. No way, that's what it is. But